for top-notch golf car rentals, sales, repairs, and service in Spearfish, head over to Northern Hills Golf Car, where they specialize in providing reliable solutions for your all golf cart needs. From easy rentals to expert repairs and service, where you can count on them to keep you rolling. By visiting hannahgolfcares.com or giving them a call. 605-645-2808.
We would like to take this moment to express our sincere gratitude to the businesses in the area for their committed support of our live streaming program. Your contributions have been truly invaluable, and we want to emphasize just how essential they have been to the success of the HBS Stream team. These businesses have given our students a new place to learn skills and shine as the bright individuals they truly are. Their support has created a valuable service to our community, parents, and family members near or far. So thank you, businesses, for allowing us to strengthen our community through these live and recorded events. And if you enjoy having live broadcasts such as this, we strongly encourage you to give back by supporting these businesses. They are the lifeblood of our community, and we are immensely privileged to have them as our partners. Thank you.
Discover a world of knowledge at the Adams County Library, with many different genres of books and movies, as well as activities for every time of the year. They are open Monday through Thursday and are located at 103 6th Street North in Hettinger, North Dakota. You can also call them at 701-567-2741.
Welcome to Rusty's Burgers and Ice Cream, where flavor meets fun. Enjoy juicy, perfectly grilled burgers and ice cream in a variety of different flavors. Whether you're dining in or on the go, our friendly staff will make every visit special. Order now at 105 3rd Street South or call us at 701-567-6796.
Start your movie night at the Hettinger Theater with fresh popcorn, perfectly seasoned with your choice of butter and unique salt options. Sip on a cold, refreshing beverage from our soda fountain and indulge in your favorite candy or chocolates to complete the experience. With a clean theater, friendly staff, and comfy chairs, the Hettinger Theater is your go-to spot for a fun night of entertainment. The Rural Collective from the Hettinger Chamber of Commerce was created to support rural movers and shakers as they discover and create opportunities for personal enrichment, entrepreneurship, and regional connectedness. With state-of-the-art technology, convenient amenities, accessible parking, and modular furniture, it is more than ready for any meeting or event. Learn more at hettingernd.com/TRC.
If you or a loved one has had a recent accident, illness, or surgery, did you know that rehabilitation services are available right here, close to home?
Our West River Health Services Swing Bed is a certified program for extended care, providing both physical and occupational therapy.
Let our trained West River medical staff take excellent care of you while you receive the skilled therapy necessary for your rehabilitation process.
We are here for you, right here, right now.
At West River Insurance Agency, our commitment goes beyond insurance. Located in the heart of Hettinger, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the community. Our goal is to build lasting relationships and provide coverage that truly reflects the values of our community. When you choose us, you're not just getting an insurance policy, you're gaining a dedicated partner invested in your future. Trust us to safeguard your assets and contribute to a thriving community.
The HBS Stream Team is a school-to-work program in which students in grades 7 through 12 gain real-world experience while learning about the basics of live broadcasting and providing a service to our community. Now, let us take a moment to meet one of our members who help us make this possible.
And thanks for tuning in to another Streamer Spotlight with the HPS Stream Team, where you get to meet the people behind the cameras, behind the laptops, behind the microphones, who's making these broadcasts possible. And today I have in here with me Sydney Briggs. Sydney, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've been on the Stream Team for about a year now, correct?
Yeah, because I've been in video production for almost 2 years now.
So you're kind of becoming part of both ecosystems inside the classroom and also after school. So you're really getting invested into that. That's really great. And thanks for being a part of that. So as far as, people don't really know a lot of the streamers. They don't know all the people behind the cameras, behind the mics and laptops and all that stuff. So they kind of got to know who you are. So how old are you? Hobbies and interests? I mean, what do we need to know?
I am 14 years old. I'm going to be going to the 9th grade next year.
Okay.
Or this year. And I basically just like editing like random stuff for TikTok at home.
Okay, so video editing, but for more mobile.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you also have a very big fondness for rabbits, bunnies. Correct me if I'm wrong with certain terminologies.
I have 3 of them.
You have 3. Is it rabbits, bunnies? I don't know. Oh, okay, bunnies. Okay, so there's different types and all that stuff. Okay, so that's a big thing. So you're there making. Wait, are you making the TikToks with the bunnies?
No.
Or like, okay, I was like, are they colliding together?
I'm making whatever different, like editing different people, editing certain things. Okay. Basically, what I'm doing.
Very, very cool. Very awesome. So, you're going into the 9th grade.
Yep.
What classes are you taking right now?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I'm taking your class.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure I'm taking world history. And I'm pretty sure I'm taking whatever other history for second semester.
Okay.
So I don't remember all of it, but those are the only 2 I remember.
Okay, so those are the 2 big ones. But the extracurricular is the video production class that you're taking, and then I'm assuming you'll have your cores, your science classes, your math classes, your English classes, and things like that. But okay, I'm glad that we made the cut. That's really, really good. That's fantastic. So, like I said, Sydney's just kind of started being on the stream team just in this last year, and she just started streaming. If I remember, your first stream was in the Crow's Nest.
Yeah, it was with Brianna and Lyric, and then me and Dakota streamed the prom, and that was my last stream before my surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. Which you just had a reconstructive surgery with your spine, correct?
Yeah, I got 2 rods in my back and bolts on April 16th is when I had my surgery.
Okay. So kind of like adjusting some spinal things and kind of helping. And you feel like you're recovering well and you're kind of on your way back.
Yeah, it's all the way from the scar for it. It's all the way from my neck to like right here on my back. It's gnarly looking, but feeling better, and you feel like you're making good progress along the way. That's really awesome. Yeah, because I remember you were gone the last couple weeks of school, and I know you were out with that. And then I was here the last week of school.
Yep.
But I was mostly in the resource room. But.
Yep. Absolutely. No, and I'm glad you're coming back from that, because we'll be excited to have you streaming again as long as you're feeling good and feeling healthy. So why did you join the stream team? What was it that made you want to join, and why do you like it?
I basically just joined because of Dakota being there, and then after because I knew somebody, after getting used to video production, I started to like it more, and I learned how to do editing, learned how to do different things with like computers and different softwares, and it was basically more easier to do it at home from now doing flexible. It from So now I know how to do certain things at home because of your class.
That's awesome. Well, good. And then with the stream team, are you more of a producer type, or do you more like running cameras, or?
It's in between both, like working with cameras and also being like producer, but I haven't worked with producer yet for it, so mostly just going to say cameras.
Mostly cameras. Well, you've been running camera too from the last couple streams, and we're hoping to get you jumping in there a lot more now that you're kind of on the up and up. So and then final last notes I have to mention about with Sydney being on the stream team is that whenever she says she's going to be at the stream, once she says it, that's it. That's final. We're doing it. Once she commits, she goes. So I'm very, very excited to have people like that on our program who are willing to help. I do know when we first started, there was a lot of reluctancy when we first started with the stream team. You're like, oh, I have to go open that crow's nest. And then we got over that. And then that was good. And then we got used to being part of the streams. And she's really grown a lot in the last year and a half that I've been working with her. So she's been doing a fantastic job and we're happy to have with her. Any final notes you wanted to share with us before we're done?
No, not really.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Sydney, for coming in, and thanks for being a part of the stream team and helping our program grow. And yeah, it's been a pleasure.
A better way of life is better days off and better nights in. Better hellos and better goodbyes. With locally approved, financed, and serviced home loans, Gate City Bank makes buying a home simple. Welcome home. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Here at Kennedy's, we provide groceries and fresh food ranging from fruit and vegetables, deli-cut meat, snacks from our bakery, and anything else necessary to fit your daily needs. Find us at 200 North Main Street or call us at 701-567-2404 to place an order.
Discover the Peacock Mercantile in Hettinger, North Dakota, a place where quality meets creativity. We offer artisan fair trade coffee, a full espresso and tea bar, along with a menu of freshly baked goods. Whether you're stopping by for breakfast, lunch, or a one-of-a-kind gift, our commitment to community, quality, and craftsmanship is clear. Come experience it for yourself at the Peacock Mercantile, where every visit is special.
So, what's the big deal with that subscribe button? It's not just for following our YouTube channel. It signifies much more. When you subscribe, you become a part of the HPS Stream Team, proudly supporting our vibrant program led by our students. Your subscription is a powerful statement, creating a positive ripple effect across our community and beyond. And don't forget, liking this video also sends a clear message to the students working this broadcast. It's a way to appreciate their hard work and motivates them to produce high-quality broadcasts. So, go ahead, show your support, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching!
For over 50 years, West River Vet Clinic has been dedicated to providing top-quality care for your animals. Offering a 24-hour dog wash and kennel, they ensure convenience for your pet owners at any time of day. The clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., providing everything you need to keep your animals healthy and happy. Visit West River Vet Clinic at the east side of Highway 12 in Hettinger today.
Hawk Talk is the official podcast of Hettinger Public School, where we keep you in the loop with the latest school news, offer insight of school board meetings, and dive deep into the educational experience our school provides for the students, parents, and tight-knit community. Take a minute to enjoy a clip from our most recent episode.
Who's all involved in this program?
Yeah, so I have partnered with Rural Reach, which is a nonprofit that is run by some folks that you might already know. Jasmine and Cassidy are spearheading this nonprofit. So basically what's happening is I've reached out to some community members who are ranchers and finished their beef and asked them if they would be willing to donate one beef. And I've gotten myself and 4 other yeses included in this. And so we'll be donating a finished product, delivering it to the butcher, which is USDA inspected, and then we'll be supplying the school with local ground beef.
Okay, so that's kind of the real, I guess, bird's eye view version of, what's essentially happening. And moving forward, what really inspired you to even have this idea? Like, where did this come from?
Yeah. So I think nutrition has always just kind of been a really interesting topic to me. And I think that, maybe I have to say this because I'm a rancher, but I think we could just solve all the world's problems with beef. I'm just sure of it. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. So I just know that there are some... that there are just a lot of great impacts that can be made with the option of having this local beef, creating a little bit of flexibility in the lunchroom budget so that maybe we can do some other things with that money if we're not purchasing the beef straight, right from a food truck or something.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of that, and then just, hoping that when Sean and I donated a quarter of a beef and we processed it into snack sticks for the kids.
And that was last year, right?
Earlier this fall.
It was this fall?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So this fall we had done that. And so we brought the snack sticks to the schools. They were giving them out as at snack time for the elementary kids. And those kids were so thankful for the snack sticks. I've had kids send me letters. I've had them draw me pictures. You go to a basketball game and some random kid will come up and say, "Thank you so much for donating that. That was so good." I had it multiple times, which just was never the point of the donation, but it showed me the value of the planning process or of the process of donation.
Well, the appreciation of
yes,
it all.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And it truly felt like it made a difference in some of those kids' lives. So that kind of spurred us on to do more. How can we do more of that?
That's really huge because you talk about, kids coming up to you and talking to you about it. And it wasn't prompted by parents. Right. It was just intrinsic from the student. They were like, "That was awesome. Thank you so much." And to have kids want to do that and come talk to you, that's a game changer.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And it just, I just think that, for the kids to actually come up and do that, it obviously made a difference in their lives. It maybe sustained them a little bit more through that afternoon. And I know, we ask a lot of our kids, right now, for instance, we've got kids coming for breakfast and then they're coming for lunch and then they're kind of on their own. Well, they've got snack in the afternoon, I should say, but then, okay, now we're going into elementary volleyball or something. So then we're in volleyball till 5:30.
And you need more snacks.
And you need more snacks.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Absolutely.
Otherwise they get into my car and they're just ravaging. Even the floor mats aren't safe in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the other thing too, is that, you guys are almost trying to relieve some stress too from the cooking staff because they're shackled to their income, their funding, what they have available. So in a sense, you're giving them also an opportunity to have more resources to work with as well.
Right. And the 4 other producers that stepped up to make this donation, are it's just the classic ones that, I just knew we could count on, and I think we're going to name them here in this podcast. Jordan and Jackie Chrisman. Absolutely. Al Tim. 100%. Dwayne Ingraff, who does so much for the JCs. Brett and Amy Henderson are also stepping up and doing that donation. These are people that care about our kids. They care about our community and didn't hesitate. It wasn't like I had to cold call them. It wasn't that I had to beg them for it. They were just, it was important to them, and they said yes right away. So we just definitely want to lift up those producers and say thank you to them. They're stepping up in a huge way.
Now, if you enjoyed that podcast, you can listen to the rest of it and our other podcasts by clicking on the link in the description of this video or scanning the QR code that you're seeing on the screen right now. Now, back to the rest of our broadcast.
With over a century of experience, we have been serving our customers with various banking amenities such as check-ins, deposits, withdrawals, loans, ATMs, and even drive-thrus. You can trust professionals to help you for their banking needs at Dakota Western Bank. Call 701-567-4511 or visit us at 603 Adams Avenue in Hettinger for more info about banking.
KB Jewelers has proudly served Hettinger since 1977. Explore our large selection of books from thrilling mysteries to inspiring Christian titles. We also offer an extensive jewelry collection, candles, and especially unique gifts. Whether shopping for someone special or treating yourself, you'll find something perfect here. Visit KB Jewelers, the place with the nice things, here on Main Street in Hettinger.
Welcome to Vermeer, where we have all the equipment you need to get the job done right. Stop by to order parts or use our mechanic shop for your vehicles or machinery. Our family-owned business is committed to providing top-notch service and support to our community. Visit us today to see how we can assist with your agriculture and automotive needs. We are Vermeer.
At Encompass Therapy, we're leading the way to better mobility in Southwest North Dakota and Northwest South Dakota. With over 75 years of combined experience, our team delivers top-notch, in-home, and clinic-based physical therapy tailored to your unique needs. Whether it's orthopedic, neurological, or pediatric care, we're here to empower your journey to better health. Visit us in Hettinger, or let us come to you. Encompass Therapy, where experience and flexibility meet.
I'm growing up on a farm. I care for all creatures, and someday, maybe the two-legged kind.
I'm a gymnast. I want to know what makes the human body work. Maybe radiology is for me.
My mom and dad are physicians. I might just be a surgeon.
I've grown up on a farm. I can sew an eye and make it heal. What's your superpower?
I can save a life because West River showed us all how to do CPR and how to use an AED.
We are the future.
We are the future.
We are the future.
The HPS Upload is a weekly broadcast of school news put on by the 7 through 12 video production class that provides coverage of recent events, sports, weather, and news stories. Now, let's take a look at the story from this week.
It's great, bro. Yeah. It's great.
Mr. J, come here.
What are you guys working on?
Here, put these on, Mr. J.
Hold on, here. Let me sit down. Okay.
You gotta put the headphones on. You gotta hear.
Here, let me sit down. Let me have that chair really quick. Come on, take it. Oh, so this is good?
Yeah, it's great. Just press space.
It's like the engagement stuff we were talking about, right?
Yeah, it's gonna help. Let's get the numbers up.
All right. Cool. Peace. Okay.
It's great. Are you okay, Mr. J? Isn't it great? Is there anything I should tweak? Are you the one tweaking? Is there something wrong with it?
Wrong? There's something wrong? I see now that this abomination tells me everything I need to know.
I put my time on that.
Oh, where's Mr. J? Got my shirt changed. Where's Mr. J? This is not very good.
That funny? It's getting turned down. I'm finished. I've had enough of this.
But the numbers, Mr. J. But Mr. J, the stats, you gotta get the numbers up. You know.
I don't care about stats anymore. This is for the students.
Don't you care about pixels?
What is that noise? I don't care where you guys came from. Get out of here. No, this has gone too far. What is happening? These lights are stupid. Let's turn down that funny box.
No, Mr. J, you can't do it. You can't turn down that.
Jackson, this is enough. We're done with.
Turn down to 0.
You know what? I've had enough of you guys telling me what to do. It's time to listen to the teacher.
What have you done?
For top-notch golf car rentals, sales, repairs, and service in Spearfish, head over to Northern Hills Golf Car, where they specialize in providing reliable solutions for your all golf cart needs. From easy rentals to expert repairs and service, where you can count on them to keep you rolling. By visiting hannahgolfcares.com or giving them a call. 605-645-2808.
We would like to take this moment to express our sincere gratitude to the businesses in the area for their committed support of our live streaming program. Your contributions have been truly invaluable, and we want to emphasize just how essential they have been to the success of the HBS Stream Team. These businesses have given our students a new place to learn skills and shine as the bright individuals they truly are. Their support has created a valuable service to our community, parents, and family members near or far. So thank you, businesses, for allowing us to strengthen our community through these live and recorded events. And if you enjoy having live broadcasts such as this, we strongly encourage you to give back by supporting these businesses. They are the lifeblood of our community, and we are immensely privileged to have them as our partners. Thank you.
Discover a world of knowledge at the Adams County Library. with many different genres of books and movies, as well as activities for every time of the year. They are open Monday through Thursday and are located at 103 6th Street North in Hettinger, North Dakota. You can also call them at 701-567-2741.
Welcome to Rusty's Burgers and Ice Cream, where flavor meets fun. Enjoy juicy, perfectly grilled burgers and ice cream in a variety of different flavors. Whether you're dining in or on the go, our friendly staff will make every visit special. Order now at 105 3rd Street South or call us at 701-567-6796.
Start your movie night at the Hettinger Theater with fresh popcorn, perfectly seasoned with your choice of butter and unique salt options. Sip on a cold, refreshing beverage from our soda fountain and indulge in your favorite candy or chocolates to complete the experience. With a clean theater, friendly staff, and comfy chairs, the Hettinger Theater is your go-to spot for a fun night of entertainment. The Rural Collective from the Hettinger Chamber of Commerce was created to support rural movers and shakers as they discover and create opportunities for personal enrichment, entrepreneurship, and regional connectedness. With state-of-the-art technology, convenient amenities, accessible parking, and modular furniture, it is more than ready for any meeting or event. Learn more at hettingernd.com/TRC.
If you or a loved one has had a recent accident, illness, or surgery, did you know that rehabilitation services are available right here, close to home?
Our West River Health Services Swing Bed is a certified program for extended care, providing both physical and occupational therapy.
Let our trained West River medical staff take excellent care of you while you receive the skilled therapy necessary for your rehabilitation process.
We are here for you, right here, right now.
At West River Insurance Agency, our commitment goes beyond insurance. Located in the heart of Hettinger, we pride ourselves on being an active part of the community. Our goal is to build lasting relationships and provide coverage that truly reflects the values of our community. When you choose us, you're not just getting an insurance policy, you're gaining a dedicated partner invested in your future. Trust us to safeguard your assets and contribute to a thriving community.
The HBS Stream Team is a school-to-work program in which students in grades 7 through 12 gain real-world experience while learning about the basics of live broadcasting and providing a service to our community. Now, let us take a moment to meet one of our members who help us make this possible.
And thanks for tuning in to another Streamer Spotlight with the HPS Stream Team, where you get to meet the people behind the cameras, behind the laptops, behind the microphones, who's making these broadcasts possible. And today I have in here with me Sydney Briggs. Sydney, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've been on the Stream Team for about a year now, correct?
Yeah, because I've been in video production for almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Park in Hettinger, North Dakota. You're listening to KNDC Radio, 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, the free KNDC mobile app, and on the Stream Team YouTube page for Hettinger Public Schools. I'm Leif Bakken. By my side tonight is the famous Gavin Schweitzer. He's a color commentator extraordinaire, and he's been sitting here reminiscing a little bit about this field. We'll talk more about that in just a second. As the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks are hosting the Heart River Cougars. And we were talking about it on the way over here, Gavin, but Heart River has split up. They've come together, they've split up, but it's South Heart and Belfield that make up this co-op. And it's honestly, Jason Lefebvre and I have talked about this a little bit, but you can't go anywhere West River and not find a baseball co-op, basically. So I'm just glad that we have baseball here in western North Dakota.
Yeah, there's been a ton of teams that have used that co-op. I know when I played, there was 4 or 5 teams that we played with, or 4 or 5 different towns that we played with. So it's not uncommon around here, but it's nice to be able to field a team and have high school baseball and at this part of the state.
Now, folks may be tuning into KNDC and realizing, wow, they're actually going to have a little bit of a pregame. Well, that's because we're, I think, semi-running on time. I don't know. And I finally got here at a decent time to make it work. Now, the problem is we are waiting on the lineup for the Cougars from Heart River, and so we'll get that to you as we go along. But let's stop and talk a little bit about these two teams, with Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks coming in 2-5 on their record. They lost to Washburn Wilton Center Stanton. You heard one of those 2 games here on KNDC on Tuesday night, where the Cardinals won 3-1, and then they won the second game 2-0 earlier this week. And as for the Heart River Cougars, they are 4-7-1. Region 8. That's all right, Jason. I appreciate you looking that up. We are in Region 8, so there's a lot that, quite a few of this southwest corner involved in this region. And Heart River Cougars, they are 4-7 and a tie in the last while. They beat Washburn Wilton Center Stanton yesterday in 2 games, 7-4 and 7-3. So when you look at it on paper, Gavin, we're looking at the Nighthawks being a little bit of an underdog in this one as we get ready for the Cougars and the Nighthawks.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see, what's going on. In baseball, a lot of times anything can happen. It depends on pitchers, whether they're on that day, whether they're throwing strikes, whether you have your ace out there. And then again, with batters, sometimes it's weather conditions. Sometimes you're just having a good day. That's why baseball is kind of an equalizer that way. Anyone can beat any team on any given day. So no matter what, it's going to be exciting to watch, I think.
Well, and the other day, you talk about pitchers. Jack Rederath for the Cardinals of Washburn Wilton Center Stanton is their star. He pitched all the way through the other day in that 3-1 win over the Nighthawks. And I've got the stats right here. He pitched, let's see, 80. It was 96 pitches he went for the whole game, and did a nice job. He is their star, so I wonder if he maybe didn't pitch and rested yesterday on a Thursday night. Now we come to a Friday where it's Heart River and the Nighthawks facing off here at Mirror Lake Park. And let's set the scene a little bit here, Gavin, where 2 weeks ago when Shiloh Christian was in town, Mirror Lake was not so much a mirror, but very choppy in the west winds. The other day with a southeast wind, it was not quite as smooth as it is now, but it was a nice breeze. I wore a t-shirt, surprisingly. And tonight, we were talking on the way over here. I don't know what Jason Lefebvre thinks, but I think my pickup said it was only 63 or 65. It felt much nicer than that all day. The wind, there's a nice breeze, and here in the Crow's Nest, we're in the shade a bit, so it's cool up here on the field. I think it's just the right temperature, right conditions for baseball tonight, Gavin.
Yeah, it's a perfect day for baseball. There's not a lot of wind. The sun's out. It's not too hot. It's honestly just really perfect tonight.
Mirror Lake Park, Hettinger, North Dakota. You can come on down here and check it out. We encourage you, especially on a Friday night before you do whatever other Friday night shenanigans you might have on tap. But it's a beautiful night for baseball, and hope that you'll come enjoy high school baseball in North Dakota down here. Of course, tell your friends and family to listen in on KNDC 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, all over the world, on our app as well, a free mobile app for you. Or you can watch and listen to us on the YouTube page, which is the Hettinger Public Schools Stream Team page, and they do all their athletics on that, and it's really cool that a program that they've got, which I'd like to take a moment to talk about, Gavin, is we didn't have, other than the radio station getting work there in high school, I guess for me, and work in your post-high school years, post-grad years out of college, I guess, at the radio station, some connections, I suppose, that help out with that. But our opportunity in that sense. But these kids in the Hettinger school system, they get to work with cameras, work with a teacher that works with them, and I think it's a really cool opportunity for kids to kind of experience the mass media in high school and decide if maybe it's something they want to do in the future.
Yeah, it's super useful too. You can always use those skills in the future, whether it's taking pictures or filming video or live streaming, anything like that is really good skills to have for the future. And it's something that I really wish we had, and it's not something until college that I was able to experience, and I ended up really liking it. So it's cool for kids to be able to have that opportunity now and maybe discover something that they really like now, so they can go into college with that in mind.
One of the other things they had just the other day was, and Emily can correct me if I'm wrong, but they had the film festival situation the other day, so that's another thing that they put together and put on, and so that was really cool. It was on the 8th. Oh, it's coming up.
Next week on the 8th?
Next week on the 8th. And that's something, are you guys being able to stream that as well, or is that just something at the theater? It'll be up on YouTube afterwards, but they'll have that at the theater, so a really cool opportunity again, Gavin, for these kids to have kind of a mini film festival, basically, right here in rural southwestern North Dakota, and anymore. The connections and everything that we have in our world are, one, worth every penny, and two, the opportunities continue to grow no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, like I said before, it's just anytime you can get kids to be able to experience things that maybe aren't the typical like math, science, whatever. I think you need to take those opportunities, and it's the same with baseball. Honestly, baseball is pretty rare in this side of the country. So I know I was super thankful to be able to come to Hettinger from Lemon and be able to play baseball, and that's really cool that they're allowing kids to do that.
Well, we're going to get things started here as the lineups have made their way here to the to the Crow's Nest, and it's going to be Mason Kessel to lead off for the Heart River Cougars. Hayden Defoe is on the mound. He'll wind up. Here comes the first pitch, and here's one riding that first baseline. It's going to go into foul territory, and trying to dive for it is Prouse. And he doesn't quite get it. First pitch here tonight, a little bit early once again, with a start time of 5:44 on the night. So foul ball, strike one to Kessel. Defoe is on the mound. Here's his first pitch, and
it looks like this is actually Evan Walter.
Oh, that's what the cross out was. Okay, so now I'm all off on my book because they crossed it. Here's another high flyer into center field. Getting underneath it is Guthrie, and he will gather that up for the first out.
Yeah, just kind of a lazy fly ball there to center field. Didn't get a lot into it, got under it a little bit. Pretty easy catch up there for Guthrie.
So, Evan Walter, the senior, led things off. Now we'll have our next batter, who is Cornel, and he'll have a high flyer, and it'll be gathered up by the third baseman, Parnot. And so I'm going to call that a fly out to 5. So out number 2 at the hands of the third baseman. So 2 high flyers, 1 deep, 1 shallow. And now we come up with our third batter of the night, and that's Luke Obergawish, a senior who sees a high ball 1 here. And only 4 pitches in for Deneau. He's a third baseman, first baseman tonight. Obergawish will be on the mound, actually. This one will. I missed it. I was looking down.
It was a line drive to left center field, and it was a good play out there by Guthrie again, moving over to his right, making that catch. I thought it was going to hit the gap there, but it kind of just held up just for Guthrie to make that play.
Well, after a top of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And coming up for the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks, Dobitz, Parnot, and Defoe are on the way on KNDC and the Stream Team YouTube page. Baseball on the radio and online.
You can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000. Free upgrade is available to most residential customers. Call now for all the details.
operation, getting the job done right takes more than just a tractor. You need efficient power, best-in-class comfort, and greater fleet connectivity. That's why we made the AFS Connect Puma to give you what you need to get the job done as efficiently as possible. Now, with an updated cab that is larger and quieter, the new AFS Connect Puma combines power, performance, and prestige in a multi-purpose tractor. Stop by West Plains and Court.
Hettinger, North Dakota, home of the Hettinger Scranton, New England Nighthawks. I'm Leif Bakken. Gavin Schweitzer by my side tonight, providing color commentary. After a half inning of play, the Heart River Cougars come up dry, 1-2-3 up and down, and now it's time for the Nighthawks to come up. We'll have Dobitz, the catcher, to lead things off, followed by the third baseman, Gavin Parnot, and then we'll have Hayden Defoe, who was on the mound just a bit ago. On the mound for this Cougars team is Luke Obergawish, a senior, listed as a first and third baseman, Gavin, but he's going to take his time on the bump.
Yeah, I was watching him warm up a little bit. I don't know if he threw anything but fastball, so we'll see what the situation is there.
Hard swing and a hit on its way to right field by Dobitz, and rushing in, and a great snag there for the Cougars is Peyton Schirmeister. So fly out to right field for out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Goose eggs on the board here.
These kids certainly aren't taking any pitches, that's for sure. They're swinging at what gets thrown, and that makes for an entertaining game.
Makes for a quick one as well as another first pitch and a strike foul ball here on pitch number 2 from Obergawish to Gavin Parnot. Now Parnot here is, where'd he go on my... He's a junior, so he's got some timelines. The next pitch comes in. This one going to be high, ball 1, and the count of 1-1. Didn't mention that the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks are in their black jerseys with the white pinstripes and the blue trim. Parnot's got the white batting helmet as he swings hard and misses, strike 2, and a count of 1-2 at the plate. He's got the silver bat with the black handle, and he's got the American flag batting gloves on tonight. Everybody wearing white pants tonight. Swinging at one that was low and away, and then will be gathered up and thrown down to first, and out number 2 on a strikeout for the pitcher, Obergawish.
Yeah, those last 2 pitches were breaking balls. You could tell Parnot was out in front, and that last one was a really nice pitch out of the zone, made him chase.
2 outs on the board, nobody on as Defoe comes up to the plate. Defoe is a senior. He's pitching tonight. He also plays shortstop, and he does very well at both positions. Here's the first pitch to him, right down the gut, strike 1. Heart River Cougars wearing their navy blue jerseys. Says Cougars on the front, and their number, I believe that's in kind of a gold color. This one just a little bit high, but over the middle, 1-1.
Yeah, he's throwing that breaking ball after 1 strike, so we'll see if the Hettinger kids pick up on that.
Next pitch going to be high inside, ball 2, and a count of 2-1. Now, for those of you, I maybe said it during the broadcast last week or earlier this week, Gavin was a pitcher, so he's got all the location, can figure out what's going on way better than I can. This one going to be a little bit high, the umpire says, and we've got a 3-1 count. 2 outs on the board, nobody on. The Cougars also wearing white pants, but they've got pinstripes on their pants. I believe in navy blue. Next pitch on the way. Defoe finds it off the end of the bat. It's on its way to center field. Great diving catch to end the first inning by Evan Walter. So there's out number 3 on I'm going to call that a line drive to the center fielder. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on after 1 inning of play. It's 0-0 between the Nighthawks and the Cougars. Coming up at the top of the second inning, we've got Castro, Honeyman, and Stevens on the way. You're listening to baseball on KNDC and the HPS Stream Team channel.
See what Puma can do for you.
I checked with dealers in Nebraska, maybe 3 or 4 in South Dakota, and a couple up north, and Monty Linskov and the team at Premier Equipment really came through. They consistently beat the competition by a substantial margin on their pricing.
Contact your local Premier Equipment dealer or see their all-star New Holland lineup at PremierEQSD.com. Locations at Isabel, Battle, Mobridge, Huron, and Eureka. Linskov family-owned Premier Equipment, serving farmers and ranchers since 1951. Official New Holland parts, service, ag, and construction equipment dealer.
Scranton Equity Agronomy is a major retailer of agricultural inputs such as chemical and fertilizer in southwest North Dakota and northwest South Dakota. Their experienced team works hard to keep up with the latest in agronomic technology and production. Their licensed applicators are well trained and can custom apply fertilizers or chemical products. Scranton Equity's agronomy team is proud to offer the following products and services: fertilizer and fertilizer blending.
Welcome back to Mirror Lake Park, everybody. Top of the second inning, Leaf Bakken was Gavin Schweitzer on KNDC. Hard swing and a miss for strike one for Honeyman here as Defoe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only had 4 pitches in that first inning, so pretty efficient here as swing through strike two. This one I was glancing down. Tell me more about it, Gavin.
It looked just like a high fastball that, again, Honeyman swung through. So that's 3 pitches, 3 swinging strikes.
So there's the first strikeout tonight for Hayden Defoe, the senior. This will bring up Stevens. Tristan Stevens, the senior, is the designated hitter. High inside, ball 1 to him. Foul ball down. Nope. I'm off another one. I see. That was Castro. This is Honeyman. It's one of those nights for me. So Castro was the one who struck out. This is Honeyman. Connor Honeyman, a sophomore. Time is called. It's a good thing I actually have a pencil tonight instead of a pen. So a ball thrown there and a count of 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Defoe in the windup. Here's the pitch. This one right down the middle. Strike 2 and a count of 2-2. Next pitch. This one was high inside, but Honeyman decided to take a piece of it. It's high flyer going into the third baseman's glove. Nice work there again by Parnot. Right now, Gavin, he's competing for our player of the night thus far.
Yeah, those are actually really hard. They don't look hard from, when you're watching, but when they get hit high in the air like that, it's really hard to judge as an infielder, so it was a nice play there.
This will bring up the designated hitter, Tristan Stevens, the senior. He'll swing through on the first pitch. Nice pitch by Defoe, strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch. This one just a little low and away for ball 1 and a count of 1-1. Defoe comes set. Here's the release. Swing through, strike 2. And the count is 1-2. Defoe has him on the ropes. 1-2 pitch. Swinging through, a pop up. It's going to be in shallow center. Guthrie getting underneath it. He'll make the play once again. Between Parnot and Guthrie, they're competing for tonight's player of the game. And 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. The Nighthawks make quick work of the Cougars in the top of the second. Coming up in the bottom, it's Perkins, Morris, and Prouse. You're listening to Baseball on KNDC and the Stream Team YouTube page.
These kids work fast.
Soil testing. That's Scranton Equity Agronomy. Call 701-275-8103. Proud sponsors of Nighthawk Sports.
Hettinger, if you need an oil change, tire repair, spark plugs, brakes, or air filter, anything that can be screwed or glued to that car or truck of yours, come see Kenny. He wants your truck to help you get the job done. He wants your car to get you to your destination. He wants your kids to be safe when you take them for a ride. The name's Backyard Mechanics. They fix cars for the American working man because that's what they are and that's who they care about. Call 701-567-2979.
Stop down to the Peacock Mercantile. New hours 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday and 7 to 12 on Saturday. The Peacock has a new Pick 2 menu for just $9.99. Combination of daily soup, salads, and sandwiches. They also have a new breakfast deal for $9.99 for the daily breakfast sandwich and a 12-ounce latte. The flavor of latte and sandwich will be different every day. Thanks for stopping in. It's the Peacock Mercantile. Once again, new hours 6:30 to 3 Monday through Friday, 7 to noon on Saturday. It's the Peacock Mercantile, Main Street.
Be seen on our streams.
Get a sponsorship ad with the HBS Stream Team and reach customers near and far. Click the link in the description of this video or call Mr. Janikowski at 701-567-4502.
And Perkins is playing first tonight as he has a nice grounder to second. Scooped up by the shortstop, is launched over. Nice toss across the way. That was a great scoop by Mason Kessel. And threw it on the move over the way to Cornel and made a great play.
Yeah, it's a 1-6-3 if you're keeping track at home off the pitcher's glove. And shortstop fielded it nicely. Had to make a quick throw to first to get Perkins there.
Up next, Robert Morris. Great pitch down the middle by Obergawish. Strike one.
Yeah, they call that a get-me-over curveball. Batter's not expecting it, first pitch, right down the middle.
Here's one. It's a hit. Nice hit over to left field. It's going deep, and it will go over. Ground rule double.
Yeah, he hit that on the nose. Honestly, it was pretty close to the left fielder there, and it kind of dropped just to his right side. And it bounced one hopped over the fence. So it was a nice hit there by Morris.
Honeyman, the left fielder, was trying to track that one down. He's just maybe a little... I mean, he was playing left field. Maybe he should have played a little closer to the line on that.
It was hit hard. It was a line drive. It wasn't hitting too far in the air, so...
Trying to check back. Prouse dives out of the way on a ball. Close one on the inside edge.
That first pitch curveball, he threw it again.
One out, runner on second. Obergawish looks back. Now he'll throw forward. This one will catch the inside corner. Strike one.
When you see batters kind of make that reaction where they think it's going to hit them, then it kind of tells you maybe you can keep throwing that. They don't recognize it.
Next one coming in. Swing hard. This one on the similar path as the last one. A deep one into left. Getting underneath it is Honeyman. He will grab it right along the fence at the 285 mark, and that'll be out number 2. The runner will stay at second. Nice hit by Prouse after ducking out of the way on the first one.
Yeah, I think right now they're seeing the fastball really well. The breaking stuff, not so much. So we'll see if you know, South Hart or Hart River takes that into account.
Isaac Guthrie steps into the box, and he'll see a strike down the middle here. Isaac Guthrie, a senior playing center field today, using the aluminum bat that looks like a wood one. This one, a liner on its way to center, diving for it. Another great play by the Cougars. Center fielder Evan Walter has had 2 diving plays on the evening and got his team out of some struggles. So there was 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 left on there in the bottom of the second for the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks, and it's still zeros on the board. Coming up in the top of the third for the Cougars, it will be Buckman, Shiremeister, and Kessel on KNDC and the YouTube Stream Team page. It is 5:59. You're listening to KNDC, Hettinger, North Dakota.
Insurance agent, a local team of advisors. Dakota Bank meets that challenge head on. Whether you need financing to operate and grow, insurance to reduce your risks, cash management and Visa card services, or trust and wealth management expertise, Dakota Bank is here for you. Call, click, or come in. Learn more at dakotabank.com or search online for business banking. Dakota Bank, member FDIC. Insurance and trust are not FDIC.
The Gutter of Hettinger is a proud Nighthawks sports sponsor here on KNDC Hettinger. The Gutter is open Wednesday and Thursday.
Bach and Gavin Schweitzer by my side providing colored commentary. Jason Lefebvre on the other side providing the scoreboard is what he's doing. Emily is over on our Stream Team crew, and we appreciate everybody being tuned in wherever you are, all over the world online or just locally on the radio station. And, of course, encourage you to come check out baseball. Only 1 game tonight. This is a makeup game against Hart River, and so we are ready to go in the top of the third. This is Braden Buckman, a sophomore, who is playing second base today. Saw a ball here on his first pitch, his first time in the box. Defoe on the mound. This one going to be high ball 2. Defoe in motion. Here's the throw. Nice pitch for a strike on the top end. He's 20 pitches in.
He works fast. He gets the ball and he's ready to throw it right away.
Here's windup and go. Same spot. Maybe a little bit of a change of pace. 2-2 the count.
Yep, that looked like a breaking ball from up here.
Next one, swing and a miss, and that's a good strikeout.
That was a good breaking ball. It's probably like a slider, maybe a curveball. It starts as a strike and then goes a little to the outside, so the batter is going to swing. And then by the time the bat's there, the ball's not. So good pitch there by Defoe.
Peyton Schirmeister up to bat. He'll see a low outside ball 1. We were just saying during the break that you know you're in German country when. 1 out on the board, nobody on. Next pitch. Hard hit, high flyer that'll go foul ball off this first baseline and out of play for strike 1 on the foul. One pitch. Right down the middle. Nice pitch for Defoe. Brings the count to 1-2. 1 out on the board, nobody on. Defoe shakes his head no, then agrees to the next call. This one off the end of the bat, on its way. Guthrie trying to get underneath. They will locate that one, and another great play for Isaac Guthrie, out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, we saw Defoe, so that second strike was a curveball, and he noticed the batter kind of duck away from it, so he decided to throw it again, and that time the batter recognized it, got a decent swing on it, didn't hit it too hard out in center field.
Mason Kessel up to bat to be at the bottom of the order here. A low ball 1 to start his at-bat. 2 outs and nobody on. Next pitch. This one, a grounder on its way on 3rd, and it's going to go off the glove of Parnell and towards the fence. It is a fair ball. It will be a single here for Kessel.
That was a tough one there for Parnell because it almost looked like the ball was going to hit the base.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he tried to get the ball before it did. And I just don't think he was quite ready for it to get it before it hit the base. So it was a pretty tough play over there for Parnell.
We go back to the top of the order with Evan Walter, and I think he's just a half step too late taking off on that grounder. And, not knowing where the ball's going to go, of course, as Defoe checks in on the first base, make sure Kessel's going to stay put. Kessel, he's got a decent lead off. Nothing too crazy. Here's the first pitch. Shows a bunt. It's a strike. They're going to throw down to second. Can they get the scoop? It won't. It'll go past Morris's glove as he slid over from shortstop to try to make the play. So there's the steal for Kessel. It's a strike at the plate. And the count is 0-1 at the plate. Dobitz will call for time, and he and Defoe will have a quick meeting. By the way, Kessel's hits the first hit here for the Cougars. As we sit in the top of the 3rd inning, if you're just joining us. 0's on the board. Lots of baseball to be played here. We play 7 innings, unless something crazy happens. 2 outs and a runner on second. Here's the next pitch. Hard swing. That one broke for sure. Strike 2. 30 pitches in for Defoe. Next pitch by Defoe, going to hit just early on ahead of the plate, and it'll be a ball. Good read by Walter.
Good stop back there by Dobitz as well, not letting that get past him.
Walter wearing the construction orange batting gloves. Very big contrast to his black helmet and his blue uniform. This one broke again, and Walter was anticipating it. Swing and a miss, strike. 3 out 3, and now Defoe has 3 strikeouts. There was 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 left on here in the top of the 3rd as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Nighthawks. Schumacher, Fitch, and then to the top with Dobitz. It's 0-0. We've played 2.5, and you're listening to KNDC Radio along with the Stream Team YouTube channel and the Nighthawks and the Cougars playing baseball.
11 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday and 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. You can give them a call at 567-6749 or go online to thegutter701.com. The Gutter, with a variety of birthday packages. You can rent out the game room or the virtual reality room and more. 567-6749. It's The Gutter, a proud Nighthawks sports sponsor.
As West River doctors, we are dedicated to serving you and your family. We stand by your side in any circumstance, offering daily support at the heart of our commitment.
Home of the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks as they take on the Heart River Cougars. I'm Leaf Bakken, Gavin Schweitzer by my side here on KNDC and the HPS Stream Team YouTube channel. Mirror Lake, definitely looking like a mirror tonight. A little bit of breeze, I can feel it now, but the flag out there in center field is pretty limp. Maybe a little bit of action, but not much. I can see the no-see-ums. I can see them flying around here above the dugout. Coming up here for the Nighthawks, Jason Schumacher, followed by Tyler Fitch on deck. Nick Dobitz at the top of the batting order. He is in the hole. Obergawish is still on the mound as a foul ball, strike one to start the bottom of this third inning. Jason Schumacher, a senior. Tonight he's playing second base. He was playing right field the other day. As a nice check on that swing, watching that one change speed and fall out of the zone.
Yep, that's good recognition.
1-1 count. Next pitch. That one high, maybe a touch inside, ball two. Jason, do we know where these umps are from tonight?
No idea.
Okay, that's all right. Strike thrown here, and the count is 2-2 to Schumacher. 20 pitches in here in the bottom of the third for Obergawish. Hard swing, and is going to get dropped, and did he miss the tag? He did. They'll throw down to first. It'll still be a strikeout in the books here. That was Schumacher's first time at bat. Fitch will be the bottom of our batting order for the Nighthawks. Tyler Fitch, a freshman. Small in stature, but a mighty player, that's for sure. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard swing, strike one. One out, nobody on. Here's the next pitch. This one high. Ball 1, excuse me. Count of 1-1. This one fouled off into the backstop for strike two. And just like Defoe, Gavin, Obergawish is quick on the mound and doesn't take any time.
Yeah, he really works fast. And sometimes as a hitter, you want to call time, get him out of that groove.
Right. Wind up on a 1-2 pitch. This one going to be outside. Ball two, and a 2-2 count.
Good recognition there by Fitch. Looked like a breaking ball.
Wind up, and here comes the next one. Hard swing and a miss. And that'll be another strikeout for Obergawish. And that is 3 strikeouts for him thus far. We go back to the top of the batting order. Nick Dobitz, the catcher, who flew out to right field on his last at-bat. Swung at the first pitch of the game at 5:44, and we've been making quick work of this game thus far. This one going to be a low outside ball 1. Dobitz looks down the third base line to Coach Dix. Coach Dix kicks a little sand. I don't know if that's a signal or not, but we'll find out. Hard swing off the end of the bat and a foul ball, strike 1. Dobitz using the white and red. Is that an Easton bat? 1-1 pitch. Took a step towards that one, held the bat on his shoulder. It is strike 2 down the middle. A good pitch by Obergawish and a 1-2 count at the plate with 2 outs on the board.
Another curveball with 1 strike.
Closed batting stance. Here's the next pitch. A kind of a golf swing. A bouncing ball on its way to short. Knocked down by the shortstop, but it will be a hit here for Dobitz. I had to make sure and glance up at the board, make sure that Jason and I agree.
It looked like Kessel lost his balance right before he was going to field that. He was kind of spinning out there right before he was going to field it, and then he got a glove to it, but he ended up losing his balance, falling down, and missing the ball.
2 outs on the board as Parnell comes up. Gavin Parnell struck out on his first at-bat. This is 30 pitches now as a low outside ball to Parnell. 30 pitches for Obergay-Wish, I should say. Swinging at this one, it was kind of an inside, and it'll go, and will it hit the top of the nest? Not quite. Out of play, and strike one. 2 outs and a runner on first. The count is 1-1. Coach Dix gives the signal down the third base line. We basically sit directly in line with him and the foul pole here in the crow's nest, just off to the back right side of the plate. This one catches goes on the outside for a ball. I kind of like the way that pitch looked, trying to catch the outside edge. Parnell looks over his left shoulder. Now he makes the move. Slides in. Good job by Dobitz. That was a narrow one.
Yeah, it was a perfect throw over there. The first baseman didn't even have to move his glove to apply the tag. It just was, the ball was there.
Good job by Corneal, being ready for it. 2-1 is the count at the plate. 2 outs, a runner on first. Dobitz will take his lead, glancing over the shoulder, but here's the pitch anyway. Kind of a golf swing at that one, and a foul ball out of play for Parnell. We're wrapped up at 2-2. 2's across the board. Our batter wears the number 2 as well. Dobitz wears number 21, so that kind of wrecks it all. But Defoe wears the number 4. He's on deck. We'll see if he sees the plate here. We get a ball, and we get back. Dobitz kind of taking that lead, trying to get the pitcher out of his rhythm, and Parnell watches one. And as that one goes down the middle, it's 4 strikeouts for Obergay-Wish. Well, there was 1 hit, no run, no errors, and 1 left on here in the third for the Nighthawks. We're still stuck at 0 as we go into the 4th inning, and coming up for Hart River, it will be Corneal, Obergay-Wish, and Castro on KNDC and the Stream Team YouTube page.
Decades, the West River Eye Center has been there for you. Starting with your child's first eye examination and their very first day of school, and extending well beyond. To us, you are family.
Check out La Vermeer during the summer months. They have a full Napa store in-house to serve all of your parts needs. They have a full-service shop offering repairs on all makes and models of farm equipment, trucks, and implements. Need parts for and service for your equipment? They have the solution. La Vermeer. Give them a call today, 567-7500.
Gavin Schweitzer by my side here on KNDC Radio, 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, the free KNDC mobile app, and on the Hettinger Public Schools HPS Stream Team page. And a cool opportunity for the high school students at Hettinger Public Schools to get a chance to work with some cameras, work with radio people, work with the athletes, and get an opportunity to do all the kind of fun broadcast stuff that Gavin and I got to do in college, which is a great experience. But they'll have that going into college if they choose to continue in the media side of things. 0-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. The Hart River Cougars taking on the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks. Now, Hart River, they broke up in basketball, but they're together in baseball. That is Belfield and South Hart that make this co-op up. And as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, it's few and far between, well, for towns in general in western North Dakota, but putting a team together for baseball, most of them are co-ops on this side, and it's just nice to have them all together, I guess. Corneal. I don't remember him. Was he lefty when he came up, or maybe he's a switch hitter? As he shows a bunt and a strike to start off our 4th inning for Defoe on the mound. Just over 30 pitches at 33 on that one. This one going to be High outside, ball 1, the count of 1-1. Carter Cornell, a sophomore. A young Hart River team here, Gavin.
Yeah, and he actually showed bunt that first pitch and tried bunting it, and seems like he's abandoned that plan.
2-1 pitch turns into 3-1 as that one's high. Dobitz doesn't even come out of his crouch, stretches up and grabs that one. He's got pretty good, Dobitz is a pretty good catcher. He's got pretty good awareness around him. Here's Defoe's 3-1 pitch. This one on its way to left of center. Getting underneath it, nope, it's going to be just deeper than the left fielder. Scooped up by Morris. Excuse me, not Morris. That's Fitch out there. And a big double onto a deep left of center hit by Cornell.
Yeah, it was a nice hit. He hit it the opposite way, so he didn't pull the ball. Ended up going between the left and center fielder there. Kind of a line drive, perfectly placed hit.
So runner in scoring position, no outs on the board as we bring the pitcher Obergawish to the bat. Nice pitch by Defoe down the gut, strike one. Defoe comes set, glances back, now he'll throw forward. This one foul ball off the end of the bat. And the count will be 0-2 at the plate. Coach Silbernagel. Kurt Silbernagel, he's been coaching for years at Hart River. Does a great job. Tells his batter, let's put one in play. Here's the pitch. This one, a grounder on its way to short. Gathered up by Roberts. Thrown over to first. Nice job by Perkins to be ready for that one. So there's the out, but the runner will advance and get in better position here. 40 pitches in for Defoe, by the way.
Yeah, that's exactly what Silbernagel wanted. He said, put it in play, get him over here, and that's exactly what Obergawish did. So nice job by him. Good defense by the Nighthawks to get that out. And they're not going too far in. Maybe the corners are in.
Braden Castro at the plate now. He'll see a low ball one. Castro starts off with a open batting stance and then steps up towards the corner. Inside corner when he takes that step. Another one on another one inside low ball 2 in the count of 2-0. Defoe on the windup, runner on first, one out. This one over the head of Defoe, and the ump has to dive down. It'll go out to Guthrie, and the Cougars will strike first. Ooh, stumbling here, and he'll get to the base, and we might have time called so we can make sure that Castro is going to be okay. Great single hit, and an RBI single on that as well. As that one was a line drive, hard hit over Defoe's head and past the second baseman of Schumacher there for Guthrie to have to gather up. We'll have 3 coaches, including one Nighthawk coach, over, and I don't know if he just stepped wrong, and I think he could have pulled a hammy on that one, just the way he was running, and he was trying to watch the ball to see where if he had an opportunity to go to second, I think, and just kind of a misstep as he was approaching the bag. One of the things, Gavin, I do appreciate, and we can give a lot of credit to the park board and the city of Hettinger on maintaining this field, along with the team as well. The team has always done a lot of work on this field. But the baseball field at Mirror Lake Park has always been well-maintained, a good place to play. I think a lot of teams like to come play here. Good grass infield and a good scenery, and it's just a really nice field to come and take part in.
Yeah, it's well maintained. Looks nice. It's very similar to how I played, so they really maintain it well over here.
Mm-hmm.
The lake is a nice backdrop. Looks like it looks like Castro is okay over there. Some of it might have been a little embarrassment.
Sure. And the reason I was bringing that up is there's no potholes or anything to step in. That's why I'm bringing up how nice the field is as Honeyman comes to the plate. This one right down the middle as Honeyman watches it for strike one.
No, I think it was just watching the ball and then maybe missing the base or stepping wrong on the base and taking a little tumble.
One out and a runner on first. That runner that he did come in. So the Cougars are up by 1-0 now as a high inside ball flies to Honeyman, a count of 1-1. Next pitch Off the end of the bat, it'll roll between short and third, out into left field, gathered up by Fitch, and that'll be a nice single for Honeyman.
That's a nice piece of hitting there. I think it kind of jammed him a little bit. He pulled his hands in and kind of forced it down that left side in between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Trevor Leffer, a senior, he's listed as a designated hitter and outfielder, will come in to pinch run here for Castro. And we'll see Castro is playing third base, but he'll jog off. It looks like he's not limping terrible bad, but a jog. So maybe try to get that stretched out before he has to come field again, I'm guessing is going to be the situation. They do have another coach that can help him out as well. So, pinch runner on second, a runner on first as well, one out, and we've got the designated hitter for tonight, Tristan Stevens, at the plate after a single by Honeyman. Defoe is quick when he checks in on his runners. Perkins also ready for that one. Not much of a leadoff for Honeyman, but sending a signal to Honeyman. Glance over the left, or right, and then left shoulder. Low ball one thrown here to Stevens.
And maybe trying to catch him off guard. Usually pitchers don't throw over to first when there's a runner on second. So.
Next pitch on the way. This one high inside, ball two. Stevens kind of acted like he wanted a piece of that one. By the way, Stevens 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field, and Coach Dick says, let's take some time to talk about this quick. As the Cougars have scored here in the top of the fourth inning, it's 1-0. We'll take a break on KNDC and on the Stream Team YouTube channel as well.
Located at 201 Highway 12 East in Haley J. Evans, LLC, located in 611 North Main Street in Scranton. You can give Haley Evans a call today, 701-275-2856. For all of your tax and accounting needs, get a hold of Haley J. Evans today. You can email at haleyevans@ndsupernet.com. It's Haley J. Evans, now located in Scranton at 611 North Main Street. Call 275-2856. A proud Nighthawks.
It is 1-0 for the Cougars here in the top of the fourth. They just scored that run. They've got runners on first and second, and the count is 2-0 at the plate. I'm Leaf Bach and Gavin Schweitzer by my side. Here's the next pitch, a foul ball to Stevens at the plate, and so that'll be strike one. Now, you may notice the quality of this broadcast much better. That's because Gavin Schweitzer's here to give us the lowdown on all the pitches. He always does a great job with color when we do football together, and he's a big baseball guy, and so it just cleans things up on my side, as the next pitch is going to be just a touch high for a 3-1 count now at the plate. So I appreciate you. I'm glad you wanted to come, and you're letting all of our listeners and viewers really get a feel for the game. So thank you.
Yeah, I love baseball, so I've wanted to do this for a while.
This one going to catch the top side of the zone. It looks similar to the last pitch, Gavin, but this will be a full count now, and that's 50 pitches for Defoe.
Yeah, he's starting to kind of lose the strike zone. It was a good mound visit by Coach Dix there, get him a little settled down.
Looks over his right shoulder. Now he'll come ahead, and that's a great way to finish off the batter here and get out number 2 as the designated hitter Stevens goes down swinging.
Do you know what the pitch limits are in this league?
I don't. In the regular season, I don't think there's much of a limit. Do you know, LeFevre? Here's a swing and a hit for Buckman, and it goes straight to Perkins. A line out, and that'll stop the brief moment of bleeding. There does become some pitch situations when you get into the postseason, as on that there was 2 hits. 1 run, no errors, and 2 left on here in the top of the 4th inning as the Cougars strike first. And now we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, and the Nighthawks would like to get their bats going. Defoe is coming up. Perkins on deck. Morris in the hole on KNDC. Baseball on the radio.
3 hits.
These days, credit cards come in lots of colors.
Stars, stripes, platinum, plaid, but after that, they're all pretty much the same.
Not ours. At the Credit Union, we offer very competitive rates on our credit cards. That's a design feature that's easy to appreciate.
That's smart shopping.
That's member serving member. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Everything we do for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
The laundry chute of
South side of Hettinger, North Dakota. I'm Leif Bach and Gavin Schweitzer by my side. You're listening to KNDC 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, free KNDC mobile app, and the HPS Stream Team YouTube page. Watching there as the Heart River Cougars lead 1 to the Nighthawks 0 after a run batted in on a nice single for the Cougars, and they lead 1-0.
Looks like Castro's back in there, so hopefully he's feeling a little better. He still has a slight limp on him, but we'll see how that plays out.
They'll go around the horn and get ready to go here in the bottom of our fourth inning. Coming up will be Hayden Defoe for Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks. Perkins on deck, Robert Morris in the hole. Defoe 0 for 1 on a line drive to center field on the first at-bat back in the first inning. Defoe, experienced player, that is for sure, and he watches this one kind of drop. It kind of just died right as it got to the plate, so good eye there. Next pitch, this one, a bouncing ball on its way to shortstop. Scooped up, hard throw, and it will be made in time. Great job once again by Kessel over to Corneal.
Yeah, Nighthawk batters are out in front, even on the fastball, so that's something they're going to have to kind of look at when they're batting, maybe way back a little bit, because when
Yep.
When he does throw a breaking ball, that means they're way out in front and they miss it, so that's something they're going to have to take a look at.
We'll see what Oscar Perkins can do here as he watches one fly inside, ball one. Perkins, a senior, playing first. 0 for 1 as he nicks this one for a strike foul ball. Foul ball strike. And the count will be 1-1. Perkins also hit one to the shortstop on his last at-bat to be put out at first. He's ahead of that ball, as you said, on a breaking ball, and he goes down 1-2 right now. So Obergewich ahead. 1-2 pitch. Swings, this one not handled by Erickson, who's the catcher, but will it be able to throw down first? It will go down as a strikeout, and out number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Obergewich. Robert Morris will come up to the plate for the Nighthawks. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Morris. Falls in. That's 40 pitches for Obergewich, by the way.
That's a really slow looping curveball, so if you're the Nighthawks and you see that, you're able to wait back for it, but it's sometimes hard to do.
This one, a high inside ball, goes to the backstop for a ball.
Looks like he tried throwing again, might have slipped out of his hand.
So the count will be 1-1 with 2 outs. Next pitch, high, but a swing at it. Strike 2. Those ones are hard. I remember swinging at those high fastballs. Obergewich agrees. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing. This one will go off of Erickson's knee pads again. Throw over to first, and that'll be the end of our fourth inning. 3 up, 3 down. Another strikeout to chalk up for Obergewich. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in the bottom of the fourth. The Cougars lead 1-0, and coming up for their bats in the top of the fifth inning, it will be Schirmeister along with Kessel, and then back to the top with Walter on KNDC and the Stream Team YouTube page. The fifth inning action is up next.
Did you know these old Dutch chips are from Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
Athletes and coaches, the Laundry Chute is a 24/7 laundromat in Hettinger at 103 3rd Street South. They also have full service available by calling 701-928-0300. It's the Laundry Chute in Hettinger saying good luck Nighthawks this sports season. Need help transporting your kids during the school year? Southwest Public Transit can help. They can take your child to school and pick them up after school. Southwest Transit also makes trips to Sturgis, Spearfish, Bismarck, Rapid City, Dickinson, Richardson, and any other destination you need to go. Call Southwest Public Transit today at 567-2476 or toll free 800-280-0204. Southwest Public Transit is here for all of your transportation needs for grocery trips or medical appointments. You can count on Southwest Public Transit, 567-2476.
Hey, Southwest North Dakota, we're members of the HPS Stream Team.
Gavin Schweitzer by my side as Peyton Scharmeister comes up to the plate. He'll see a high ball 1. Defoe still on the mound. He's at 52 pitches to start off this 5th inning. This one, that was coming down the middle. Foul ball, strike 1. And a count of 1-1 here. And the Cougars of Heart River leading 1-0 after a run batted in on a single in the top of the 4th. Nighthawks couldn't get it to work. Stretching out for this one, a bouncing ball on its way to second. Can he beat it out? Not quite. Good stretch by Perkins. And a good job there by Schumacher on the fielding of it.
Yeah, fooled by that breaking ball. He kind of threw the bat at it. And he's a quick player, so he almost beat that out. The ball going a little slow on this grass infield.
That'll bring us to Kessel, who's been doing a good job at shortstop. He's 1 for 1 with a single back in the 3rd. And then he got stuck on second after stealing it. It was a ball to him. Now he'll hit this one. A grounder gathered up. Not quite gathered up. That's our first error of the game by the shortstop, Morris.
Yeah, hot shot there at the shortstop. Just didn't get his glove down in time. Went right underneath it. I thought he picked it up, but went right between his legs.
So a runner will be on first with 1 out. We jump to the top of our batting order with Walter, who is 0 for 2, struck out swinging on his last at-bat in the 3rd, and then he's going to swing through. Tried to catch that bat, Gavin, but couldn't keep it from going through.
Yep, that's that breaking ball. Fooled him a little bit. Couldn't stop his swing.
Check in on the runner at first. Great slide back by Kessel. Great grab by Perkins again. That's how you know these two seniors on the mound and at first base have been playing together a while. They know the throw.
It's like a healthy lead over there, so he's right to check on him.
We'll check again as Gavin says that. Defoe is quick. Now, in your opinion, and I've maybe asked you this before in other conversation, do you feel like checking on a runner, is that wasting a pitching arm at all? Does that make you tired or not? I mean, here's a foul ball, so runner will have to return to first as he was on his way. He's fast, Kessel is, and that'll be strike 2 at the plate to Walter. Because I've always wondered that is should you mark that down as a pitch? Because, I mean, you're throwing, is that wearing the arm out, but it's different because you're throwing differently, right?
Yeah, it's a different motion. You know, pitching is very mechanical, so you're doing basically the same thing over and over again. Whereas it's a different throwing motion. It's a different mechanics, so it's not too much of a strain on the arm.
1 out and a runner on first. Count is 0-2. We're going to check on our runner again, and he's safe. The umpire had a brief word with Defoe, so I don't know. I think all of his motion has been good.
I think he was just checking on the ball since it was a foul
sure.
tip, making sure there's no scuff marks on it.
This one going to be low. Can they get the out at second? Oh, it's going to be close. Morris squeezed too soon, but he did keep the ball in front of him, so it will be a stolen base for Kessel. He's got 2 steals on the day.
Yeah, you can tell Kessel is wanting to run. He's a fast player. He stole that base, I think, a little bit faster pop time by the catcher would have got him, but he's fast, so it was tough.
1-2 is the count at the plate. Here's the next pitch. Going to be a high ball 2 to Walter. Count will be 2-2. And I said I'm mistaken. Kessel, okay, he's playing short. Walter, the batter now, he's been a great center fielder for this Cougar team. A bouncing ball, it bounces in front of the plate, gathered up by Defoe and sent over. There's the out at first. Perkins, smart move to come off the bag quickly and run that runner back to third. So Kessel does get to third base, but the out after 60 pitches for Defoe as Walters put out on a 1-3 or pitcher to first baseman.
Yeah, good play by Defoe getting off that mound quick, getting that out. It's not an easy throw when you're, that angle there off the mound, getting it to first base. So that's a good play there by Defoe.
The lefty Corneal comes up to bat. This one, a grounder on its way down the first baseline, and that'll roll into foul territory and will be a foul ball. So everybody will go back. We'll have a strike at the plate as Corneal jogs back. Now, Corneal was the runner that came back. He had a big double on his last at-bat in the fourth. He was the one that made it around to score, and so he's the one that put the Cougars on the board after he was batted in by Castro. 0-1 pitch on the way. Another swing. Foul ball just underneath us for strike 2 and an 0-2 count. Runner on third. 2 outs. Umpire says we're good to go. Defoe on the motion. This one, a grounder, scooped up by Perkins. He'll touch. Nice unassisted there for out 3, and they leave one on the bags. So there was 1 hit, no runs, 1 error, and there were no hits. No hits, no runs, 1 error, 1 left on in the top of the 5th. And the Nighthawks want to get the bats rolling as they trail by 1. Coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning, it's Prouse, Guthrie, and Schumacher here on KNDC Radio.
Hettinger Public School. And we've got some exciting news.
That's right. The HPS Stream Team is teaming up with Consolidated Channel 18 to bring you all the Hettinger Varsity action.
Catch previous broadcasts of football, volleyball, basketball, wrestling, and baseball every Sunday at 9 a.m. on Consolidated Channel 18.
Together, we're strengthening our community by bringing the excitement right to your screen.
Tune in and support your local teams
With the HPS Stream Team on Consolidated Channel 18.
Southwest North Dakota has a new courier delivery service available Monday through Friday. It's Rocket Express Delivery.
I'm Leaf Bach and Gavin Schweitzer by my side, and you're listening to KNDC Radio, 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, and the free KNDC mobile app, along with the Stream Team YouTube channel for Hettinger Public Schools. They have a lot of their sporting events, concerts, and so much more on this YouTube page, and it's a fantastic project and deal they've got going. And let's see, how many years has that been going on? The Stream Team.
This will be year 4.
Year 4. So I started getting kind of involved about 3 years ago when I was around, and so it's 4 years and counting for the Stream Team, and so that's really cool. Here we are, bottom of the 5th inning. The Nighthawks trail to the Heart River Cougars 1-0 as Prouse is up to bat. He is playing right field today. Sees a low ball 1 here. Obergawish remains on the mound, and the next pitch will be 45 pitches for him. A little more efficiency for him compared to Defoe as he throws a changeup and a strike 1 down the middle. Or at least what I would call change.
Usually you don't have change-ups that much at this level. Look more like a curve to me, like that one. You can tell there's a little loop to it right out of his hand.
And this is why we brought the professional in, to help out. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one low, ball 2. Beautiful night at Mirror Lake Park. Another pitch on the way. Grounder straight to the pitcher, Obergawish. He'll run it over and then make the toss. And so that'll be out number 1 as Prouse is put out by the pitcher to the first baseman. Isaac Guthrie, the center fielder for the Nighthawks, on his second at-bat coming up. He flew out to the center field on his first at-bat way back in the 2nd inning. 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Guthrie. He's going to swing way ahead of that, strike 1. The ball was coming in low, but broke in the right spot for Guthrie to want it. This one, he'll nod in agreement. Strike 2, 50 pitches in for Obergewich.
Yeah. If I'm the Nighthawk coach, I'm seeing him throw that curveball basically on every one-strike count. So I would tell my kids to watch out for that as he throws another one here with the 2-strike count.
Close one. Guthrie ducked away from it, and again it curved in, but it was just on the inside, excuse me. This one gonna be on the top side of the zone, but it doesn't matter. It's a looking strike out. Number 2.
A lot of times as hitters, you try to guess what the pitcher's throwing. That way you're able to get a better swing out of it. Usually pitchers at this level throw fastballs more, but I'm seeing more curveballs out of Obergewich.
2 outs on the board. Hard swing here for Schumacher. Be strike 1.
So we'll see now that there's 1 strike, if he's going to throw a curveball here, what he goes with.
Next pitch. Ends up being a low fastball.
That's what it looked like.
1-1's the count. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Nighthawks are trailing by 1 run as one comes down the middle against Schumacher, and so now he's down to the count 1-2. Pitch on the way. This one going to be high. Schumacher squats as it comes in to make it look a little higher. 2s across the board. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing, a foul ball. Solid off the bat.
Yep, that was so he's protecting there. It's a curveball. He's ahead of it. All he wanted to do was hit the ball, because obviously if you don't hit it, you strike out. So hits it foul. Make sure he stays alive.
2-2 pitch. That one going to be low inside, and the count's full. Two outs, nobody on. Obergewich agrees to this one. 3-2. Well, Schumacher tried to pull back on that, and they appeal. And the ump down the first baseline says he swung. And so that is how we close out the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Quick work by the Cougars. We go into the 6th inning, and the Cougars of Heart River lead 1-0 over the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks. And coming up for Heart River, it's none other than Obergewich to lead off. Castro, then Honeyman on KNDC and Stream Team YouTube page.
Down to 150 pounds. Heavier items on a pallet? We can if you load and schedule unloading. Whether you're a business or an individual, let Rocket Express Delivery hit the road for you. From Baker to Webo, Belfield to Bismarck, New Leipzig to Lemon, Hettinger to Marmouth, Bowman to New England, Dickinson to Elgin, and anything in between. Call Rocket Express Delivery today, 701-226-2457. It's 701-226-2457. It's Rocket Express. Whiskey Road Gallery, located on Main Street in Hettinger, has an assortment of original paintings and prints by Paul Hendrickson and photography prints by Paul and Brett Patchen, available in a variety of materials and sizes. Customers can order prints in custom sizes of canvas.
Leaf Bach and Gavin Schweitzer providing color commentary. Jason Lefebvre over here providing other commentary and scoreboard. And Emily on our Stream Team crew. We appreciate that. And, I was thinking the other day, went and had a Scotcheroo shake from Rusty's. Oh, man, was it good. I'm stopping by again tonight for something as we start off the top of our 5th inning. And it's Obergewich at the plate. A little high inside by Defoe. He is 64 pitches in to start off our inning. Here's a hit now as I was glancing down. Stretching out. It's going to be a fair ball and just out of the reach of Prouse. He's going to turn and go to 2. Now he's turning and going to 3. Making a big triple play. Big triple on the hit to right field. Just the right spot, Gavin, when you get off deep into that right field.
Yeah, he hit it right down the line. In a line drive too, so that ball rolled. I couldn't see. I'm in the corner here, so I couldn't see how far it rolled, but I assume it rolled a long ways. He was able to make it to third base, so nice piece of hitting there by Obergewich, helping himself out.
Castro had a RBI single on his last at-bat as he swings at a breaking ball. Strike one. This maybe wakes the arm up of Defoe a little bit. We were talking during the break. Maybe a little bit of tiredness as he's getting towards that 70 mark. This one will be high inside, ball one. And so, again, Castro knocked in Corneal back in the 4th inning. He's got an opportunity to knock in Obergewich as well. Next pitch, high inside, ball two. Runner on third, no outs. 2-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat, deep one into center. Not as deep as I think, as Guthrie gets to it, grabs the ball. Tagged up and on his way? No, he's going to stay put. That's a good job by the Nighthawk defense to keep that runner on third.
Yeah, that's good by the Nighthawk defense. Good recognition there by Obergewich, too. He would have been out by probably a mile, so he stopped pretty quickly there. Overall, just great baseball.
Fly out to center field. Guthrie doing his job as we go to Honeyman, the left fielder for the Cougars, as he catches one on the bottom edge for a strike. I hear Coach through my headset, Coach Silbernagel, say, hey, that's not yours, that's all right.
That's code for that wasn't a good pitch, but...
Grounder will bring the runner in, will get the out, so good sacrifice there for Honeyman to put the Cougars up now by 2 runs.
Yep, that's what you want from Honeyman. Just get that runner in by any means necessary, and that's what he did. Just a slow ground ball down the third base line. Again, good play by Defoe. He fields that position well. It's hard for a pitcher to get off the mound. You're throwing a certain way all game, and then you got to kind of throw a different way to get it to first, and sometimes it's hard. So good play by him, too.
2 outs on the board, nobody on now with the run coming in. As Stevens, the designated hitter, comes up to the plate. He'll see ball one. Stevens is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout swinging on his last at-bat. It was a hard battle because it was a full count as he swings this one foul, and it'll be 1-1. One pitch. This one just a little outside. So 2-1 will be the count. Defoe can relax. There's nothing to worry about behind him. As I say that, a high inside, ball 3. I've got 75 pitches in for Defoe, so I got to go back to the top now. Three-one pitch. That one low and away. And that'll put the runner on. First walk of the game.
Yeah, you love that as a spectator. Sometimes,
absolutely,
with these young leagues, they can be sometimes walk fest. So both pitchers throwing good strikes here.
This will bring Buckman up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a line drive out to Perkins at first. Here's a check at first as Perkins tries to apply the tag. Just a touch late on the throw over, maybe by Defoe. 2 outs on the board. Runner on first. Here's the first pitch to this batter of this inning. This one catches the inside corner, but then goes past Dobitz. He typically is a wall back there. That time he just let that one slide by, so Stevens will get the steal. Or I should say the steal off of a pass ball. Two outs, runner on second. 0-1 pitch. High, ball one. Sun in the right spot. Coach has to hold his hand up. 1-1 pitch. This one inside. Buckman seemed upset that maybe he wanted to take that one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was pretty close to him. Defoe's getting a little wild here, showing some fatigue.
2-1 pitch. This one off the end of the bat, a grounder over to Perkins to finish off the top of this fifth inning. Another unassisted play for him. And that will be good to get the Nighthawks rolling here in just a little bit. So a U3 goes there, and there were no hits, no runs, no errors with one left on. One error. No errors. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, as they did bring 1 run in, so it is 2-0 for the Cougars, but the Nighthawks trying to bring it around. Tyler Fitch will lead things off. Then we go to the top of the batting order with Dobitz, then Parnot on KNDC and HPS Stream Team YouTube channel.
Choose one on display in the gallery and take it home with you when you leave. They also have an assortment of cards, coasters, coffee mugs, and other items for sale. Stop in Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 7 p.m. and be sure to watch for the open sign out front as Paul is working in the gallery often. It's Whiskey Road Gallery, located on Main Street.
A shoulder to lean on, friends wise and warm, strong hands to guide you, city or farm.
All across North Dakota, Farmers Union Insurance Agent.
On the YouTube channel for the HPS Stream Team, the Heart River Cougars lead 2-0 in this makeup game. Only 1 game tonight, as the Nighthawks need to get something rolling here. Obergaywich remains on the mound. Fitch with a hit. Grounder over to the shortstop. Hard throw. Will he get it? No, he'll come off the bag. Great single there for Tyler Fitch on his 2nd at-bat. And appreciate the hard run and the hard hit by the young Tyler Fitch.
Yeah, he saved a little there by the infield grass. I think if Castro had both his wheels intact, he would have probably got there.
Because it ended up being Kessel that had to go make the play.
Yeah, he fielded it deep into the hole at shortstop, and that probably allowed Fitch to make it.
That was a ball and makes it 60 pitches for Obergaywich. Dobitz is at the plate. This one a high foul. It's going to hit us. Nope, it goes behind us. I was ready. I was ready again for it to hit the top of us. So the count will be, 1-1 to Dobitz here. Runner on first, no outs. Here's the pitch. Just touch ahead of that one for Dobitz. Strike 2. Obergaywich looks over to first base, then comes set. Here's the pitch. That one just a little high, maybe a touch inside for a ball. 2-2. Nick Dobitz is a sophomore. Played catcher. He's been playing catcher the last several games. Good player. Bright future ahead of this kid as he grounds this one. Get one at second base and then another high throw. That was going to be close. Whoa. Jason Lefebvre turned into John Kohler. Well, I wasn't looking.
It's only a matter of time. always the pretty ones who win the game.
So out at second on the 6-4. And safe at first. All right, Gavin Parnot. That one catches that outside bottom corner for a strike. One out, runner on first. Feels like we've been here before. Parnot swinging at a low outside ball, running to get the steal. Will he slide in? Yes, he will. So a steal here for Nick Dobitz. Parnot swung at that for strike 2. 65 pitches in for Obergaywich. One out and a runner in scoring position at second. Count is 0-2. Full house in the crow's nest. This one kind of went off of the plate the way it looked, or it must have been just in front of the plate. And Parnot will be put out at
We do have a
first.
key on the bleachers right behind home plate. It's a red fob with a M keychain. If it's yours, make sure you don't forget it.
And looks like we're going to have time on the mound, so we'll take time out as well here on the radio. 2 outs on the board, runner on third for the Nighthawks trying to score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They're down 2-0.
those you love.
Safe in the feeling, you're never alone.
Call Kim Erickson at 701-567-4358, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Dr. Brody Peterson and the staff at Hettinger Family Dental are proud to serve the patients of Hettinger, Lemon, and the surrounding areas. They are a comprehensive dental clinic offering a wide variety of services, including dental cleanings, fillings, root canals, dentures, and much more.
Lead as
Family Dental, 701-567-4302.
Coach Silbernagel, he needed to have a word with Obergaywich. Starting to get up there in the pitch count. This one away.
I think what he probably said was, it's okay to pitch around this kid. If you walk him, you walk him. But we'll see what happens.
2 outs on the board, runner on third, and high ball 3. Defoe is 0 for 2 on the day. He was put out at first by the shortstop on his last at-bat. This one high and a walk. So that'll put runners on the corners and bring up the senior Oscar Perkins. Looks like Dobitz is going to come back and get ready to catch. We'll get a pinch runner in for him. That's Alexander Evans, the sophomore. I'm going to guess he goes by Alex. 2 outs, runners on first and third. Perkins is 0 for 2 on the night. Struck out swinging on his last at-bat in the fourth. Gets a piece of this one. Foul ball, high and out of play. 70 pitches for Obergaywich. Would you say Obergaywich is showing the wear like Defoe is or was at this point?
His velocity isn't as high it was in that first inning. He's throwing a lot more curveballs than he used to when he first started. So maybe a little bit, but he's still keeping, he's able to find the strike zone pretty well yet.
This one outside, ball 1 to Perkins. 1-1 is the count.
I know he just walked Defoe, but that almost seemed intentional a little bit to me. Not any of them were close.
And the first walk for this side of the book as well. Defoe was showing a pretty big lead. Maybe he thought about taking off as a low outside ball 2 comes to Perkins. Two-one pitch. This one, nice liner. Oh, snagged! Perkins not happy with that as Castro, who was injured earlier, grabs the line drive and gets the third out. So, here for the Nighthawks in the bottom of the 6th, there was 2 hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on. And coming up in the 7th inning, it's coming down to the end. Shiremeister, Kessel, then to the top with Walter as the Cougars lead 2-0. That's their lineup coming up on KNDC. It is 7 o'clock. You're listening to KNDC, Hettinger, North Dakota. Oh man, I gotta pee. Can you take over?
Shop local. Shop Lodgepole Store and Well Service of Lodgepole, South Dakota. Give Dick or Mary a call today at 605-564-2173 for all of your appliance needs. Need a new washer or dryer, freezer or refrigerator? Lodgepole can get it for you. They carry a variety of Crosley appliances on hand, or you can order in other name brand appliances. Lodgepole Store can also service your windmills, submersible pumps, or pressure systems. Give Lodgepole Store and Well Service a call today, 605.
As Defoe is back out throwing his warm-up pitches, it looks like he's about done. Let's see. So we have Shiremeister here leading off. He's 0 for 2. So he's got to fly out to center field, and then he grounded out to the second baseman here in the 5th inning. So Defoe has gotten him twice. Defoe looks a little bit fatigued. He's having a harder time finding the strike zone, but he does better out of the windup. So we'll see how he goes. His first pitch in, and it looks like low and outside. Ball 1. The windup hit to the shortstop here. And it goes under his glove again there. Let's see. That is Morris out there. So it kind of took a little bounce kind of right by that lip where the grass meets the dirt in the infield, and it bounced up and hit him in the leg and went under between his legs there for an error as Defoe throws to first base there. Defoe's trying to keep them honest over there. They've been taken off on him. Not a huge lead. He throws it over again. He's back easy. Pitch looks like it's low and outside, and it gets past. It gets past Dobitz there, and the runner will advance to second base. As Leaf rejoins me here.
Thanks, man.
I wasn't keeping track of pitches. I forgot about that.
That's all right.
That is Kessel there. He just tried bunting. Looks like it's a full count.
Nope, 2-1.
Oh, sorry.
At bat is number 3.
I see. I was looking at the wrong thing. I gotta stretch out.
Another one past Dobitz. This will advance the runner to third.
Another low and outside. As I said before, it really looks like Defoe is a little fatigued. He's throwing a lot glove side, which means he's holding on to the ball a little bit longer. That usually happens when you're tired.
Time taken here briefly for Dobitz and Defoe to meet up quickly. The count is now...
2-1.
Yep, 2-1. I'm ahead of myself. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. So a runner on third. Here's the next pitch. A grounder, a hard bounce right in front of the plate. Goes to the shortstop, Morris. The runner will come in to score. Kessel will be out number 1. And good job by Morris. Not much you can do there, Gavin. You want to kind of stare that runner on third down for a bit to hold him up, but there's not a whole lot you can do, I guess, in that situation. Here's the next batter. Grounder on the way to third, all the way across. Nice toss over, as that was Walter at the bat. And a good job on the throw by Parnot over to Perkins.
Yeah, going back to that previous at-bat, the ball bounced right off the mound, so the runner on third was running on contact. So he had a huge head start. Not much Morris could do except throw it to first base. So, but again, that's good hitting by Hart River here.
Corneal, the left-handed batter, steps up to the plate, and he's going to dive out of the way of ball 1 on the inside. This one low inside, ball 2 from Defoe. Defoe only has a few more pitches. If he can get through this, he's got 2 outs on the board and get their bats rolling here. Otherwise, end of the game is in sight with ball 3 high and away. And I must have missed... maybe there was an error on that last inning for the Cougars. Both teams with 2 errors. This one about midfield, mid-outfield in left of center. Gathered up by Guthrie, so a big single there for Corneal. 90 pitches in for Defoe. 2 outs and a runner on first. Obergawich as Defoe throws by Perkins. And then this one goes past and into the outfield again, but Cornell will stay put.
I think Defoe's looking for an out with some of those. Sometimes it's easier to get an out if you have a good pickoff move, which Defoe does. He's quick. So sometimes you look for an out there.
Hard hit at the plate by Obergawich on its way to left field. Fitz trying to get underneath it. Guthrie called him off it maybe, and it'll land out in the outfield. Another run brought in by a big double, RBI double for Obergawich here in the top of the 7th.
He's really helping himself out. I think he had a double his last up. Now
A triple.
A triple, yeah. Now he has a double. So he's really helping himself out with a run and an RBI, I believe. So it's a good night by him. He's pitching well. A couple hits.
2 outs remain on the board. Runner on second. And this will bring Castro, the third baseman, up. Defoe I don't think he liked the way his footing was there on the rubber. He just stepped off. Here's the pitch. Catch the outside bottom corner for a strike. Defoe comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing. Strike 2 to Castro.
Nice little curveball there by Defoe. Getting him out in front. It kind of just died right at the plate.
0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Would like to get out here. This one high inside. Ball 1. Defoe comes set. Glances back. He'll pitch forward. That one right down the middle. Great strikeout. Caught him looking. And now the Nighthawks really have some work ahead of them, Gavin. 95 pitches in for Defoe. And after that inning, there was 1 run brought in on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks have Robert Morris, Owen Prowse, and Isaac Guthrie coming up to the plate. And they've got 4 runs to at least break in. Otherwise, game over is on the horizon. You're listening to Baseball on KNDC and the Stream Team YouTube channel.
Lodgepole Store and Well Service of Lodgepole. Good luck to all the area students and athletes in this school year from Encompass Therapy. Alex, Kathleen, and their staff offer both in-home therapy or in-clinic appointments to meet your physical therapy needs. The Encompass Therapy Clinic is located next door to Family Dollar in Hettinger. Scheduling is flexible to accommodate work, school, and family calendars. Alex and Kathleen Thompson wish everyone a safe and healthy school year. Call 567-8910 or 567-3749 for more information or to make an appointment. It's Encompass Therapy, leading the way to better mobility. Stop in this week to Kennedy's Fresh Foods of Hettinger. Convenience counts. Stop in. All shopping should be this easy. Their store hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday. Great deals back in the meat department, deli department, also down the produce aisle and throughout the store. It's at Kennedy's Fresh Foods of Hettinger. Proud support.
0 for the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Nighthawks need to get rolling here. It'll be Robert Morris to lead the way as he swings at a hard pitch by Obergawich. Strike 1. I'm Leaf Bakken. Glad to have play-by-play. Gavin Schweitzer by me, providing the color commentary. As the next pitch comes in, another high pitch, a fastball, and strike 2 as he swings hard. I feel like Coach probably looked at Obergawich and gave him the green light to just do what he needs to. This one also high, but it'll be ball.
He kind of got progressively higher with those 3 pitches, seeing what Morris would swing at. Sometimes those high pitches are hard to lay off.
One of the guys we didn't talk about is the guy behind the plate, Peyton Erickson, the freshman. He's been doing a great job as a freshman behind this plate here tonight.
Yeah, he has been doing a good job. Gets dirty when he needs to. Stop the ball.
That was pitch 75 for Obergewich tonight. The count is 2-2 to Morris. This one going to be high, ball 3 and a full count. On deck is Prouse. Guthrie is in the hole. 4 runs is what the Nighthawks need to come up with here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The bats just haven't quite been going. They've only got 2 hits on the night as he swings at that, and it'll be a strikeout and another good strikeout by Obergewich.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch there. Threw a breaking ball. Got Morris to swing over the top of it. The ball kind of dies at home plate, so it looks like a strike. The batter gears up to swing, and as he swings, it just drops out of the zone.
Prouse up to the plate. Hard hit. This one deep into left field, getting underneath it along the pastime sign. Great job out there by Honeyman making a catch, and there's out number 2. 2 outs and nobody on as we go to Isaac Guthrie, one of the 4 seniors on this team. Playing outfield, been doing a phenomenal job out there. Struggling a bit at the plate, 0-2, struck out watching it last time as he watches a floater come in, strike 1.
Yeah, Guthrie's seen a lot of curveballs, and he's not picking it up well. I think that's why Obergewich is throwing in those, as he completely contradicts me and throws a fastball.
I think wise, though, on the fastball. I mean, he's been throwing the curve, so just put a heat over the top. And the count is 0-2. Guthrie is back, 2 outs. He's got to keep the inning and the at-bat alive if they want to keep.
Be a curve, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
Guthrie watches that one in, kind of ducked out of the way. As Gavin said, a curve that catches or doesn't catch the outside. It was close, but is on the inside edge, and a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing on a golf swing and a miss. And that is how the game comes to a close with a final score of 4 to 0. The Heart River Cougars come through and extend their record to 5-7-1 on the season, while the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks fall to 2-6 on their season. We'll take a break, we'll add up some of our things, and we'll talk a little more baseball with Gavin Schweitzer, and then we'll let everybody get on the way here on a Friday night on KNDC Radio and the Stream Team YouTube page. The Heart River Cougars outlast the Nighthawks 4-0 with a big couple of innings here towards the end of the game. We'll talk more about that in just a bit here on KNDC 1490 AM, 106.7 FM, KNDCradio.com, and the free KNDC mobile app, and on the HPS Stream Team YouTube page. 4-0 win for the Cougars over the Nighthawks from Heart River here at Mirror Lake Park in Hettinger, North Dakota. Okay, so you can help me with this.
We have a lot more than money invested in our communities. We know the best investments yield a high return. That's why they're investing time and money into this community. They're born here. We're part of this community as a neighbor, a friend, and as family. We've been here for years offering premier financial service and a staff that understands the needs of this community. Your money stays in this community, helping it grow and prosper. If you're looking for financial advice or the best rates on loans or deposits, look no further. With locations in Bowman, Scranton, Rame, Hettinger, and Regent, we're ready to help. Dakota Western Bank, member FDIC. Lakeside Auto Body and Glass reminds you they're here for you for all of your general auto body needs, from minor to major collision or windshield chip and full windshield replacement. Give Mark a call today at 567-4380. That's 567-4380 for Lakeside Auto Body and Glass, located at 103 Highway 8 South in Hettinger. Call 567-4380. It's Lakeside Auto Body and Glass of Hettinger.
Call Consolidated for a free upgrade to 1 gig for 3 months. Now, for a limited time, you can get a free bump in your internet speed to try for 3 months. Even if you currently have 100 meg, you can bump that speed all the way to 1 gig for no additional charge. It's a free upgrade that only comes once a year, so call now and get in on the free speed bump. Call Consolidated at 483-4000. Free upgrade is available to most residential customers. Call now for all the details.
On your operation, getting the job done right takes more than just a tractor. You need efficient power, best-in-class comfort, and greater fleet connectivity. That's why we made the AFS Connect Puma to give you what you need to get the job done as efficiently as possible. Now, with an updated cab that is larger and quieter, the new AFS Connect Puma combines power, performance, and prestige in a multi-purpose tractor. Stop by West Plains Incorporated in Beach, Bowman, Dickinson, and Hettinger today and see what Puma can do for you.
I checked with dealers in Nebraska, maybe 3 or 4 in South Dakota, and a couple up north, and Monty Linskov and the team at Premier Equipment really came through. They consistently beat the competition by a substantial margin on their pricing.
Contact your local Premier Equipment dealer or see their all-star New Holland lineup at PremierEQSD.com. Locations at Isabel, Battle, Mobridge, Huron, and Eureka. Linskov family-owned Premier Equipment, serving farmers and ranchers since 1951. Official New Holland parts, service, ag, and construction equipment dealer.
Scranton Equity Agronomy is a major retailer of agricultural inputs such as chemical and fertilizer in southwest North Dakota and northwest South Dakota. Their experienced team works hard to keep up with the latest in
Hettinger, North Dakota. I'm Leaf Bach and Gavin Schweitzer by my side as we wrap this one up. The Heart River Cougars beat the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks 4-0 after 7 innings of play. This one started at 5:44, and the last strikeout there was at 7:13. That's an hour and 29 minutes of gameplay. It felt faster than that, Gavin. A very quick, fast-paced 3-4 innings.
Yeah, you got 2 pitchers throwing strikes and working fast, too. They'd get the ball and set up their next pitch right away, so overall, it really didn't seem like much time, didn't take much time. The batters were swinging. Just a really good night of baseball.
Let's start off here and talk a little bit about the Heart River Cougars, as they had 28 at-bats with 6 hits and 4 runs. Defoe ends up being the losing pitcher for tonight with all 7 innings pitched. He had 6 hits against him, I should say. Only 1 walk and 5 strikeouts for Defoe. I would say that your player of the game for tonight for the Heart River Cougars is going to have to be Obergewich, because he did an outstanding job pitching, which we'll talk about in just a second, but he also had a triple and a double with an RBI on top of that, going 2 for 4 on the night. Obergewich had just a really awesome night here at Mirror Lake Park.
Yeah, he had a good night, both pitching and at the plate. Like you said, that triple and double, I believe he had an RBI and a run. So, yeah, overall, a good night for him. If you have him on your fantasy team, he's got a lot of points. So, yeah, he was definitely the standout for the Heart River team.
3 errors by the defense of the Nighthawks for tonight. They've been plagued by that, but they really cleaned it up here. Over the last few games, they've had troubles on the error side of things. As we switch over to the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks, 25 at-bats compared to the 28 of their opponents. 3 hits, no runs brought in. For Obergewich, again, all 7 innings pitched, 3 hits against him, no runs, no earned runs. He had 1 walk, also with 10 strikeouts. So again, an impressive job on the mound for him.
Yeah, the Nighthawks really couldn't figure out his breaking stuff. They were ahead of his fastball even. He's not a hard-throwing pitcher, so they were even ahead of his fastball. So when he even slowed that down, it was really tough for the Nighthawks to kind of slow up their swing and wait for the ball to get to them. And we saw a lot of off-balance swings, a lot of reaching for the ball from the Nighthawks offense. And Obergewich did a good job, switching things up. Making sure he was mixing up his fastball and his breaking stuff, keep the hitters guessing, and it worked out well for him.
I have a mistake here. It's actually 4 hits with no runs for the Nighthawks, and so my decision here for you, Gavin, is who the offensive player for the Nighthawks is. You had Nick Dobitz go 2 for 3 with 2 singles on the night. He also had a steal, but you also had a double back in the second by Robert Morris, who went 1 for 3, struck out twice. So I'm leaning more towards Dobitz being a more player of the game situation on the offensive side. But speaking of a player of the game, a great job, I think, tonight by the center fielder and the left fielder for the Nighthawks in Guthrie and Fitch. Fitch, the young freshman, doing a great job as well. He also had a single on the night on his 1 for 2.
Yeah, Fitch did a good job out there in left field. Him and Guthrie saw a lot of action tonight. And he, like you said, he got that single there towards the end of the game. So overall, in terms of offense, I think there were a couple hard hit balls there kind of at the same time. I think that's when Morris hit that double, and then did Prowse hit a single right after, or One of
Prowse
or no,
flew
he
out to left.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Guthrie flew out to center. I mean, hard hits there in that second inning.
Yeah, that's what I remember. So they got that double, and then right after that, Prowse hit a hard one to left field that ended up being caught. So that was kind of the highlight of the Nighthawks offense tonight. Morris probably hit the hardest ball of the night, but I think Tyler Fitch had a really good game there, defensively and offensively.
Yeah, he did do a nice job. A young player, bright future. Dobitz, again, was 2 for 3 with 2 singles in this game, and he does a nice job behind the plate. I think the future is bright for the Nighthawks. They've got 4 good seniors that are doing the best they can and are good leaders on this team, but haven't quite been able to lead this team into a winning season yet. We'll have to see what the end of the season looks like. Speaking of which, the Hettinger Grant New England Nighthawks are now 2-6 with this loss tonight. 4-0 to Hart River. Their next game will be Tuesday, May 6th at Hazen, taking on the Bison. Good luck to the Nighthawks. That will not be on KNDC unless Nolan started broadcasting some of those games while he's on the road as well and coaching. Don't know how you coach and broadcast, but we appreciate the opportunity here from Mirror Lake Park. As for the Hart River Cougars, again, they moved to 5-7-1 on the season, and I forgot to put their next game, so I forgot what it is. So for you Cougar fans, I apologize. And I appreciate everybody being with us, whether it's on the radio or online. Thanks so much for putting up with us tonight. Gavin, final thoughts on this one from Mirror Lake Park?
Not much. Good game of baseball. Perfect day for it, and I was just happy to do it.
Well, I appreciate your help. Again, it was a cooler day, but a great day for baseball. And so appreciate everybody being along with us. Thanks to Jason and Emily for all of their help as well. And thanks to the entire crew here for making it possible to have some baseball for the Nighthawks and for the Cougars as we make up this game. One game tonight for you online, so thanks again for being tuned in. And a final score here of 4-0. The Hart River Cougars beat the Hettinger Scranton New England Nighthawks. Nighthawks back in action next Tuesday in Hazen. For the entire Stream Team crew and the KNDC crew, including Gavin Schweitzer, I'm Leif Bakken, and until next time, we'll see you down the road.
So you're really getting invested into that. That's really great, and thanks for being a part of that.